Hi everyone, I'm Gunashri studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today I'll be discussing about the subject Oops with Java and the topic introducing methods in Java. So let's begin. So in this particular video, I'll be discussing about the following contents. So what are methods basically in Java, how to declare the methods, how to name a method and how to call a method, and what are the different types of methods that will be used in Java. So let's begin. So what is method in Java? So a method is a way to perform some task. So it is a collection of instruction that will perform a specific task. It provides mainly the reusability of the code. That is, we can easily modify the code using methods. We can insert values, parameters into the methods, and they'll be executed only when they're called. They're sometimes mentioned to as functions also. So method is a block of code or collection of statements or a set of code grouped together to perform a certain task or operation. It is mainly used to achieve the reusability of the code. That is, once we write a method, then we can use it on many times. We do not require to write the code again and again. It also provides the user to easily modify and readability of the code just by adding or removing the specific parts of the code. Particularly, whatever the method we specify, it will only be executed once we call or invoke it. How to declare methods in Java? So the method declaration is provided information about the method attributes such as visibility, return type, name, and arguments. So basically, it has six components that is known as method header, as shown in the following figure. So what is method declaration? It mainly consists of six parts as already mentioned. So first thing, it consists of an access specifier, a return type, a method name, parameter list, method header. Altogether is called a method header along with the method body and the method signature. What is an access specifier or what is a method signature basically? So every method in Java will have a method signature that it is a part of the method declaration. It includes the method name and the parameter list altogether. So what is an access specifier? So it is a specifier or the modifier which tells us which access the type of method has. It specifies the visibility of the method. Basically, Java has four types of different access specifiers: public, private, protected, and default. So what is public? So the method will be accessible by all the classes when we use public specifier in the application. Private, when we use this particular specifier, the method is accessible only in the class which is it defined. Protected, the method is accessible within the same package or subclass in the different package. Default, when we do not specify any access specifier, then Java will use a default access specifier default and it will be visible only in the same package. So next is the return type. So return type again is a data type that the method will return. It may contain primitive data types, objects, collection, void, etc. If in case the method does not return anything, then we'll use the void keyword. So what is a method name? So it is a unique name that is used to define the name of the method. So it must be corresponding to the further of the method. So if you're creating a method for subtraction of two numbers, then the method name must be subtraction, and the method will be invoked by its name. So parameter list. So it is a list of parameters separated by a comma and enclosed in the pair of parentheses. It will contain the data type and variable names. If the method has no parameter, the parenthesis will be left blank. Last but not the least, a method body. So it is the part of the method declaration. It will contain all the actions that has to be performed. Again, these will also be enclosed within the pair of curly braces. So how to name a method? So when we define a method, we must also name the method. It must be a verb starting with a lowercase letter. If the method has two or more than two words, then the first name will be followed by an adjective or a noun. It is irrespective of whatever the name we specify. Any name we specify, it will take. And the first letter of each word must be in uppercase except the first word. So there is something called single word method name, multi word method name. So single word method name, it only contain a single word besides enclosing a parenthesis. Multi-word method name will consist of more than a word. So this particular method has the same name as another method name in the class, then it is called as method overloading. What are the different types of methods? There are basically two types of methods in Java. That is a predefined method and the user-defined method. So predefined methods, speaking about first predefined methods, these are the methods that are already been defined in the Java class libraries. So it is known as the standard library methods or the built-in methods. We can directly use these methods just by calling them in the program at any point. So some of the predefined methods are length, equals, compare to, square root, and so on. When we call any of the predefined methods in the program, then a series of codes related to the corresponding method will run in the background. That is all that will already be stored in the library. Each and every predefined method is defined inside a class, such as print method is defined in the Java input output print stream class. So it will print the statement that we write inside the method. For example, print open the braces inside the quotes Java, then it will print the Java on the console. Moving on to the next, here is a simple program that will demonstrate the predefined method. So public class demo, here public is the access specifier, class is the return type, demo is the method name. So public static void main is the main function, and to find the maximum of two methods, we're using a function math.max 9 of 7. The output will be the maximum number is 9. The maximum number will be printed because it is inside the print statement. Moving on to the second type of method, user defined method. So these methods will be modified according to the requirement. For example, if we call a method named find even odd, so it has a parameter num of type int, the method will not return any value. That's why you use void, and the method body will contain steps to check the number if it is odd or even. If the number is odd, it will print even. If the number is even, it will print even, and if it is odd, it will print odd. So here is an example for user defining method where import java.util.scanner, even odd is the class name, public static void main string args is the access specifiers, and the for calling the function. Here we are creating the scanner class object called scanner. Scan is equals to new scanner system.in. So we're reading an input value from the user using system.out.println and enter the number. Int number is equals to stand.next int. Find even odd of a number. We are calling a method to specify the operation that has to be followed. So how to call or invoke of user defined methods? So once we define a method in Java, it has to be called. So the calling of this method in a program is very simple. So when we call or invoke a user defined method, the program will control transfer to the whichever the method will be called. So what are the methods in Java? And methods in Java can be classified into following types. One is a static method, instance method, abstract method, and the factory method. So let's look on into each what are the different types that are used. So how to create static methods in Java? So once methods that belong to a class and not an instance of a class, then there is no need to create an object to call it. That is the most significant advantage of static method. So it is only possible to create a static method by using the static keyword. The primary method where the execution of the Java program begins is also static. Here is a demonstration to show how to create a static method in Java. Moving on to the next, how to apply instance methods in Java code. So it is instance method in Java is a non-static method that it belongs to the class and its instance. So creating an object is necessary to call the instance method. Instance methods are further divided into two types, that is the accessor method and mutator method. Accessor method, it is used to get the private fields value. Accessor methods in Java can only read the instance variables, and they will be predefined or prefixed with the word get. Whereas a mutator method, again, it is also used to get and set the value of a private field. It can read and modify the instant variables. They'll always be prefixed with the word set. Here is a simple example demonstrating the accessor method and the mutator method. To print the student's details such as the roll number and the student name. Moving on to the third type of method, that is abstract method. So in Java, they do not have any code in them. Then there is no need to provide the implementation code while declaring. Instead, it is possible to declare the method body later in the program. It is in the program, if you want to declare the abstract method, then we'll be using the abstract keyword. Factory method, these are the ones that will return an object to the class where it belongs. So usually all the static methods also fall into this type of method. So at the last of the conclusion of this topic here, I discussed about how to call a function, how to name a method, how they're invoked, and how they'll be used. So mainly methods will be used for code reusability and at the same time for the scalability. So introducing methods in Java was useful for creating well-structured and reusable code. It will be easily followed by breaking down the code into units. Methods particularly enhance code reusability and readability, facilitating efficient development and reducing abundancy. Their modularity enables parallel development and ease of maintenance, contributing to the scalable and efficient Java applications. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was useful. Thank you again.